Hi there, it's Jennifer, and I hope you're having a great week. Today I have 5 must-have crafty tools. These are tools that I've been using for the past few months to test out, and I have found that I just cannot craft without them, so I thought I'd do a video showing them. Now, I normally save these favorite type of videos for my favorite crafty things series that I do each November, but I didn't want to wait on these, so I thought I'd put them in a video today. If you haven't watched my favorite crafty things tools video, be sure to check that out too. I will link to it here. One of these is included in that video, but the rest are new. Now, I actually have a handful of others that I'll share in a future video. But let's get started with these 5. The first is the jewel picker. That name just cracks me up, but this tool is fantastic. I was using the Crystal Ninja for a while, and it works great. So if you have that, you're probably good with that. But one of my blog readers told me about this jewel picker tool, and it is fantastic. Now it has 2 ends, a small and a larger, and it comes with 2 lids. I lost one of them already. I don't usually use the lids, but you can if you want to. This tool is very inexpensive, and the tips on it are a little sticky so that you can pick up little sequins or embellishments to add to your project. I found that it's pretty easy to keep the tips clean so that you can use this for a long time. I have found that this is excellent at picking up small embellishments of any size, so I thought I'd show you that today. I have some larger sequins from Lucy's Cards and also some Google Eyes from Studio Katia. So I'm putting tiny dots of strong liquid adhesive onto my cardstock, and you'll see that I can pick up the embellishments with no problem with either end of the jewel picker. There's a small and larger end, but I found both work just fine, so I usually use whatever I grab first. So this is a great tool if you like to add embellishments in the perfect place on your card. Can't get enough of this little guy. Okay, so this brings us to my second must-have crafty tool for today. This is liquid adhesive tips. I like liquid adhesives for adding small embellishments to my projects. However, I want to have a fine tip applicator and something that doesn't clog. Now, I've done a video on the past, and I will link to that here. And I still do like the products I recommended in that video. However, many readers have said that they've had problems with it. Most like it, but some have had problems. So I thought I would revisit all the options I tested out back then and see if I could find a different solution. And I did. One of the products I tested long ago, there was something I didn't like about it, but I came up with a solution, and now I love this tip. So I'm going to share that all with you today. So a little backstory here. I really like Ranger Multi-Medium in the matte finish for adding sequins to my projects. I also like glossy accents too. But it's hard to apply this into tiny little areas and kind of control how much comes out. So what I like to do is replace the tip of it with something that applies a fine amount. Still, if you wanted to add more, you just squeeze more out, of course, but you can add tiny little bits with a fine tip. Now with this Doris fine tip, I can actually put this little needle back into the tip, and this keeps it from drying out and keeps it from clogging. And I've been using this for about 5 months now, and I have been very happy with it. So let me tell you a little bit more about how you use this tip. So you can buy any small bottle of multi-medium and the matte finish and replace the top. Now the package of these fine tip applicators actually come 4 in a package, and the price is excellent. So you can share with a friend or have them for different products. Now what I like to do is take the top off of this empty bottle, and I actually don't use the bottle that the tip comes with. I just put the tip onto the Ranger bottle itself. This saves a lot of time, and I've been happy with the results. So all you need to do is carefully pull the tip off of the Ranger bottle, and if you notice, some of it kind of squirted to the side. So hopefully that won't happen to you. You can save those tips if you ever want to go back. Just be sure to clean them out for storage. So now I can take the Doris fine tip and put it right onto the top. Just want to screw it on tightly, and now we're good to go. We will have fine tip application of this product, and also you can put a needle in the tip to keep it from getting clogged. Now here is what I didn't like about this product years ago when I first tried it. If you notice, the pins in this package all have a color. So when I would store this, I would come to use the product and the product would come out with a tint of that color. It didn't occur to me at the time to give it a try to use a different pen, but I have since tried it. I've used this for a few months and it's worked great. So instead of using the pen that comes with the color top, I replaced it with a plain corsage pen, like the ones you see here. These just have a white top and I haven't had any problems since. So I just replaced it with a different corsage pen and it fits in nicely. You want something that fits in there kind of snug, but not too tight that you can't pull it out. Now I will say when I go to use this, oftentimes I will squeeze out the product, then I will put the pen back into the bottle, and then I will pull the pen out again and wipe it clean. This helps to prevent any kind of buildup in the tip of this. But I know that many people have taken the tip and cleaned it every once in a while, but I haven't found any need to do that. This has worked really well for me. I found the pen doesn't get stuck. I haven't had any rust problems, so I've been happy with the solution. Now you can also do this with your small bottles of glossy accents, and it works great for that too. So if you have a solution for your bottles that you're happy with, stick with it. This is for those of you who maybe have struggled with different things that you have tried. I have since switched to this and I've been happy with it. If you have the quilled precision tip that I had been using in the past, you could kind of break the little lid that hangs off of it, off of the tip, and instead use a corsage pin in the tip of that, and it works great too. So just try what you have. If it doesn't work, you can consider these. And the price point is excellent and they come 4 in a package. Okay, so the next product I wanted to recommend is the Mono Sand Eraser. Now this was on my favorite crafty things list for 2016, but I felt like I should recommend it again because it really is a must-have tool for any stamper. Now this little baby here, he can erase ink boo-boos that you may get. So if you have a mistake, instead of ditching the card, you can try using this and it removes most ink mistakes. One thing I do often is I get fingerprints of ink on my cards. This tool is excellent for that. All you have to do is erase it with the sand end, which is the gray end first. This will remove the color. And then flip the eraser over and use the white end to kind of smooth it out. And nobody will ever know that you had a mistake there. Now, if you stamp an image and you decide you don't want it, this isn't really going to remove it because you put so much ink down that it soaks into the paper and you would basically have to sand all the way through the paper. But just for little ink mistakes, this is excellent. It's inexpensive and it works fantastic. Now, another thing that I do often that's a little boo-boo on my card is I touch the edge of my ink pad or the lid of the ink pad onto my project. The sand eraser is great for that. You first sand with the gray end and then smooth it out with the white end and nobody will ever know. So if you make mistakes like me, definitely get one of these Mono Sand Erasers. Can't recommend it enough. And again, the price point is good. Okay, so number 4 is the pen blades. I think it's important to have a good craft knife in your stash. Well, the pen blades come 3 in a pack, and these are excellent craft knives. Now they come 3 in a pack, as I mentioned, and each one has a different type of tip. So you may prefer one over the other. I find that I like all 3, so I just use whichever I grab first. The best thing about these blades, besides being super sharp and lasting for a long time, is that there is this quick release retraction button. So right by where your finger is, you just press it and the blade pops back in. I like this because I want to make sure I don't injure myself. I injure myself enough crafting as is, so it's important that it does retract completely. Another fun thing about the pen blades is that you can use it to easily cut string or thread. So you see that little notch in the tip? That notch is for cutting thread. All you have to do is put the thread through the notch and it touches the blade inside and quickly cuts it. So I do a lot of stitching with felt and stitching on my cards, so this is really handy to have. It cuts that thread like butter. So I do recommend the pen blades if you're looking for new craft knives for your craft room. Okay, last but not least, we have the Gina K Designs project boxes. Whenever I got a Gina K kit, it came in this large clear box that's very sturdy, and I was really liking them for storage. And I'm very excited because now she sells the boxes, so you can use them for any kind of storage or preparation. Now, what I personally use them for is projects that I have in the works. When I get some new products that I want to use together, I throw them in a box, label them, and I can stack them up. So when it's time to use those products, I can just grab them and go. So if you're a planner like me, these are excellent. They close nicely so things don't fall out. They open easily. They have these little tabs, and you can reuse them many times. The nicest thing, they fit 8.5 by 11 cardstock perfectly, and they're about 1 inch deep. So when it's time to put a project together, I just grab the cardstock I want to use, the products I want to use. Oh, by the way, there's a peek at some new Simon Says stamp products. I can put in my embellishments, I can put in my inks, anything I want, and I can close it up and it'll stay in there nicely. These stack beautifully, and you can see that all the products stay in there even if I throw this box around. Now, the best part is that you can label these with a dry erase marker, and then if you are done with the project, you can just simply erase it by wiping it clean. So this is great for me because I can label what's inside. I don't have to think about it at all. I can even label it on the side so that when they're stacked, I can see. And then once I'm done with my project, I can wipe it clean and it's ready for a new project. Now, I used to use pouches for all the products that I wanted to kind of keep together, but those were hard to stack and hard to label. So this is a great solution for me. And again, if you're looking for storage for maybe 8.5 by 11 paper or anything else, this might be a good option. So I encourage you to check them out. You can see here as I flip it around, nothing's falling out and it stays nice and secure. So be sure to check out the Gina K Design boxes. Okay, so there you have it, 5 crafty tools that I feel are must-haves. If you are interested in checking them out, I do link them each below in my YouTube description, but be sure to go to my blog for much more information. In the middle, I have 2 other videos that might be of interest to you, including other favorite tools. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a great day, and I hope to see you soon.